Okay, so we've got a bit of gameplay background that is non-PC gaming, so anybody who might have seen the title and got a little bit misled, because I know sometimes with my titling, I try to title things that, you know, sort of relevant to the commentaries, but occasionally I've misled a few people and they've got a little bit narked about that, where it's like, you said this in the title and this wasn't the case. It's it's not like I title things very differently, you know, that much. I haven't titled anything like, oh my god, there's an explosion in London, everybody get into your houses and take refuge. And then I'm actually talking about how to boil eggs. You know, it's nothing like that. But sometimes I only touch on these subjects very briefly. But it's just trying to keep your titles basically different and hopefully appeal to people. Whatever. But yeah, it's non-PC gameplay, so enjoy the gameplay. Basically what I wanted to talk about is today I went into my local game shop and I was having a scour around for something a bit different, because when I was live streaming a couple of days ago I kind of embarrassed myself a little bit. Well, people in the stream thought it was quite funny, but I was saying to people, what shall I play? You know, I was playing, I think I was playing some Battlefield, and a few people said, put some Ghosts on, you know, I want to see a bit of Ghost gameplay. So I reluctantly opened my Call of Duty Ghost box and I put the disc in, only to discover that when it came to the loading screen it froze. And then I took it back out, looked at the disc, I said, oh my god, everybody in the stream, there's like ever decreasing circles on the back of my disc, which basically meant that it got laser burned. Now, it kind of all came together a little bit, because if you remember I did that commentary I don't know, a number of days ago, where I talked about I turned my Xbox off with my fist and I could hear the disc whirring about inside the Xbox, like beep, 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 you know, making all sorts of horrible noises. Initially I first thought it was a Modern Warfare 2 disc, and obviously because I'd had so much to drink I got up next day, and when I looked at my Modern Warfare 2 disc it was absolutely fine, there was no damage to it whatsoever, and I was quite surprised about that. In actual fact it was the Call of Duty Ghost disc, and I must have took it out, put it in the box and replaced the disc and then turned it off altogether. So I don't know, somewhere down the line I swapped the disc and obviously hid the evidence from myself so I could never see the depressing sight that was those circles on the back that are the laser burns. So yeah, it obviously froze, and I said, oh well, that's it, I've destroyed Ghosts, no good now, all done. And people were laughing about it, saying, best thing for you, best thing you ever did. So I went into my game shop today and I was having a look around for something a little bit different to play. You know, I wanted to give myself a challenge, but I still kind of wanted to stick with the first person genre. I just wanted to find something different, and I couldn't really find anything. So I scoured over to the PC section, and I thought, you know what, I bought my desktop originally to play some PC games, and I've never played any PC games on it. And I wanted to sort of, I don't know, I suppose assure myself that it could really support PC games. So I was having a look, and there was Call of Duty 4, £5, £5 what an absolute bargain. And I know a lot of people do play Call of Duty 4 online on the PC, and some people have said it's not hacked, you know, it's actually really good. So I decided to purchase it. I pushed the boat out, I brought it back in, I put it into my desktop, and I installed the disc, and it was all good. It came up. I had a bit of difficulty getting into the multiplayer lobbies. For some reason it said that there was some error and I had to sort of bail out, and I went online and I had a look, and people were saying, oh yeah, this is a common thing, all you need to do is plug a microphone in and you'll get straight into multiplayer. So that's what I did, and you know, sure as eggs are eggs, thank you very much everybody, it worked. However, the problem I've got is I am not a PC gamer anymore. Once upon a time I was pretty good, you know, on PC. That was where it all started out for me, was the old mouse keyboard method, and now coming back to it I've suddenly realised that I am just such a scrub from being spoilt on console with, you know, the nice handheld controller that you don't even have to put so much effort in really, that when you go back to PC you suddenly think, bloody hell, this is hard. You know, it takes some thinking to use the getting used to using the WSAD keys just to move about, and then obviously you've got your mouse with the shoot and the aim and the, you know, the moving about, looking around. Never mind all the other buttons that you have to use the grenade launcher, to throw equipment, to throw flashbangs. Bloody hell, you know, I mean, I've kind of had a few sessions on it today and I haven't gotten too bad, you know, I've kind of gotten used to it a little bit better. But it seems that every lobby that I dropped into on the PC, it was like hardcore, you know, there was no HUD, I wasn't getting any points showing up on the screen for any kills, and it wasn't showing any kill cam. So I don't know if that's just a standard thing in Call of Duty on the PC, whether that's the way it is, but I just seem to be dying, you know, by the AK-47 in one bullet, and I was like, man, this is really overpowered. But you know, in the same token, I was killing everybody with one bullet as well, so it kind of, you know, matched out. And the connection felt really good, actually. It didn't feel like it was kind of lagging or there was any sticky moments. So obviously my PC does kind of do the job, but it's just so hard. I think I need to take a long, deep bath in some industrial strength toxic waste so that I actually manage to sprout a couple of fingers, extra 2 fingers. And then I might be able to navigate around the keyboard a little bit better with some more ease, because I'm just finding it so hard, you know. It's trying to do 2 things at once, or 3 things at once. You suddenly realise how much respect you have for PC gamers, and why PC gamers almost have a feeling of, I guess, superiority over us console gamers, because with us it's easy. You sit there, you put the controller in your hand, you turn it on, and then you almost don't really have to think about it, and we all think we're beasts, when realistically we've got things like aim assist helping us. I mean, you don't even get bloody aim assist on the PC, so it is so much harder, and that's what I want to challenge myself with. I want to get better, I want to improve in that area, and it's a whole new era of rage, trust me. So, yeah, basically I wondered if anybody could possibly send me any links to any free downloadable software that you can use to capture your screenplay, because, you know, I can guarantee that the gameplays aren't going to be that good to start off with. It's almost going to be like a Road to Commander, the real hard way round. So instead of going from A to B, I'm going from A and then I'm jumping into F, D and C and then getting straight over to B that way, because it's ridiculous. You know, I don't profess to be good at it. I will never profess to be good at it. Hopefully with enough practice, if I can manage to maintain the patience and keep on striving to carry on, then, you know, maybe I might become a bit of a force to be reckoned with. But these guys who are playing on here, just they're insane. And there's some extra features in there that are really strange as well. It's like I had my perk loadout was, I think it was like sleight of hand or steady aim and stopping power, and all of a sudden I dropped into last stand, you know, as if there was like death streaks. It's really weird, quite confused about that. So there's a whole new barrage of things to learn about it, and I'm really keen and willing to learn and get better at PC, because I want to start branching out more and appealing to PC gamers. Because looking at the PC games that are available that you can buy, there's just so many on there that take me back in a, I suppose in a nostalgic sense, back to the days of when I used to play on PC. You know, even just some of the strategic games and things like that, they just take me back. It was like reading something when I was 12 years old. It felt great, and I thought, this is what I want to do, just as a bit of a change. Give myself a whole new challenge. I've kind of mastered the console war. Not mastered it, I haven't beaten it, but, you know, I feel like I can turn a game on and do pretty damn well in it. Whereas now I want to go into a whole new world and get my ass kicked and try to improve. And that's what I did with the console. You know, I dropped onto the Xbox console from being a PlayStation gamer, and I had to get used to that. Now this is like the next step up. It's now just trying to get a whole lot better. So if anybody can send me any links, it would be very much appreciated. I don't want to pay for software. I'm not being a cheapskate, but, you know, there's so many things when you're doing your channel that you have to pay for, and it's like, it'd be nice to have one less thing that I don't have to fork out some money for. Obviously if it's £5, then I suppose I can stretch to that, but, you know, money's a bit too tight to mention at the moment. So yeah, anybody know any links to any free websites where you can get this stuff from to record? I don't know about Fraps or whatever. I used to have Camtasia that used to record, but the Camtasia I had was so buggy and crap that it wouldn't record it very well. So yeah, anybody can let me know about that and shine some light on it. It would be very much appreciated. Otherwise I'm going to have to take that bath, get some extra long fingers, and, I don't know, create my own software, or sit there with a camcorder. Like the old days of YouTube, sit there with my phone pointing at the screen while I'm trying to use my left hand to move around and shoot and things like that, and then use my extra arm that I've acquired from the toxic waste bath to move the mouse. So yeah, I might become an octopus and do things that way, but aside from that I would just rather have some free software. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I will see you again. Apocalypse done.
Your work is appreciated. Well done.